You want to lose weight? This is how to get skinny
for the petite girls only.
We're 5'3".
I'm 5 feet and have since lost 154 pounds.
And this is everything we did to lose it. 1. Incorporating strength training into our workout routine.
Not only does this help build muscle, but it means you're burning more calories for longer.
It's not a myth that short girls have to live on a small amount of calories, so staying in a deficit can be tough.
Eat high volume, low calorie.
You can do this by adding extra veg to your meals.
Caffeinated drinks. If we can get anything that boosts our metabolism and puts us in fat burning mode, then we're all for it.
We've said it before and we'll say it again, a weighted vest. This is such a cheat, you could literally be wearing it all day.
And be burning significantly more calories of someone of your weight and height.
Move more. Small people burn less, they require less energy. So keep your energy levels up and burn as much as you can throughout the day.
Nobody wants to take you out when you're fat because you're going to embarrass them. You bring his value down. Like, I'm serious. I'm going to tell you a secret. If this dude is out with a fat chick, I've already been through it with James. So I'm going to tell you. This is what y'all look like, the number 10. And he doesn't want to look around and look at people looking at him with the fat chick. That means he broke. You understand? It means I'm broke. I'm nobody. My stock has plummeted, okay? Or I got taken advantage of, married, and then she got fat, and now I'm stuck, and I'm miserable. That's what that means. So, this is what you want to look like. The number 18, okay? You don't want to be a stick. No, he could be skinny, whatever. But you want to look like the number 18. If you don't got no booty, you can look like the number 9. But at least number 18 is good. They don't want to take you out looking like that. They'll bring you food. They'll tell you they love you. They'll do all of that good stuff, but they don't want to be seen in public, baby. It's just a reality check. Everybody knows that's the truth. My sugar daddy told me looking good is a need, so I'm taking advantage of that. Exactly.
Calorie deficits aren't toxic, but blaming everything on your hormones is. Learning self-control and portion control isn't toxic, but saying that you're too old to lose the weight is. Getting up and demanding at least 10,000 to 20,000 steps of walking for yourself a day isn't toxic, but bitching that you don't have the time to walk is. Deciding that you want to lose the weight just to look better isn't toxic, but feeling like shit and not doing anything about it is. Taking full accountability and responsibility for the 10, 20, 30 pounds that you've gained in the past couple years isn't toxic, but blaming it on everything else except for what you put in your mouth is. Do you know who's responsible for your body? You. Do you know who's responsible for what you eat? You. Do you know who's responsible for how much movement you get every day? You. You know what's amazing about that? You have the ability to change it whenever the fuck you want to.
I hate the saying, it's like, nothing needs to skin as skinny feels. But like, the way people treat you when you're skinny, that feels better than most foods.
If you want to always be in shape, look snatched, and most importantly have healthy digestion, you should eat your foods in the right order. Always start your meal with veggies and green salad, then protein. Also, your meal should include healthy fats, and the last thing you eat is carbs. This order will slow glucose absorption and keep your blood sugar stable. Also, it helps me with my calorie intake. The best healthy habit you can teach yourself is to always include salad or steamed vegetables to your meals, and to start with that.
How you should eat desserts if you want to stay skinny. First, fiber. And then you actually eat a dessert. Fiber slows down the absorption of sugar, so your blood sugar doesn't spike and crash. No crash, no fat storage. It's not about the diet, it's about all the tricks you should know.
How do I stay so thin while eating so much? Well, if you want to be skinny, it's not rocket science. It's a very simple math, a calorie deficit. The problem is y'all be overcomplicating everything for no reason. Y'all are out here doing the most to be skinny, putting your fingers down your throat, starving yourselves when all you had to do was go for a walk and stop eating so much. It is that simple. Problem is you are obsessed with food and you're putting food on a pedestal before any other thing in your life. Get a hobby, go for a walk, stop eating 3 meals a day. We all know that's well, not all of us, but now you know it's a scam. If I told you if you didn't eat for a day, you would get the same results that you're getting overexerting yourself, exhausting yourself at the gym, there'd be no need for a meal plan. There'd be no need for a fitness routine. Don't get scammed. Y'all are out here getting scammed. Losing weight should be easy. It should feel easy. If it doesn't feel easy, then you're doing it wrong. If losing weight feels hard, then you're doing it wrong.
When I decided to take my health serious and lose weight, my options in men change, and I'm on a quest to find my husband. Hear me out, hear me out. I'm sure you guys are not going to want to hear this, but I'm going to tell you anyways. As much as you do not believe it, your weight plays a part in your dating. And high value men do not like big women.
Hey babe, you can believe me or not, but people are skinny because they don't eat that much. It's not their metabolism. Yeah, I used to be that person that was like, oh no, she looks like that because her metabolism, like she eats like trash and literally she looks so skinny. It's literally because she ate a piece of air for breakfast, 2 chicken nuggets for lunch, and a yogurt ice cream dip for dinner. They're not eating that much. And if these Bella Hadids have actually convinced you that they eat pizza every single day or whatever, it's mental, innit? Babe, people are skinny because they don't eat that much. Yes, some people do have a faster metabolism, but not as fast as you think. They just really aren't eating that much. See, my husband is a perfect example of that. He has a twin brother. His twin brother is literally 40 pounds more than he is. Yeah. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, Bridger's metabolism is just so fast. No, it's not. It's the fact that he's literally a grown-ass 5'9" man eating roughly 1,800 calories. There was this one time I was like, Bridger, what did you eat today? And he was like, oh, I got this huge burrito. I looked up the burrito. It's 1,000 calories. So yes, huge burrito. He ate half of it for breakfast, the other half at lunch/midday. He just wasn't that hungry for dinner. So I said, so you've only had 1,000 calories today. That burrito is the only thing you've consumed. He's like, well, yeah, it was huge. Versus if you take his literal twin brother, he eats twice, sometimes 3 times the amount that Bridger does. It's not a metabolism difference, it's a consumption difference. Okay?
I don't know who needs to hear this, but I wish that I did. So I'm going to tell you, if you're on a weight loss journey, you're not going to lose the weight until you really want to. Like, you're just not, it's not going to happen. Like, you have to get to a point where, like, I'm so freaking done with this. I'm so fucking done with this shit. Like, I'm laughing because I remember that feeling of like, oh, fuck this. Like, I hate this. I hate this. When you feel like I can't stand looking at myself and feeling the way that I feel, you will lose the weight, because it's going to be such a driving force of like, I have to do this not for anybody else but myself. I don't like the way that I feel. I don't like the way that my clothes fit. I don't like the way that like I go around this world feeling. I'm not confident. I don't feel like I look good. I don't feel pretty. Like, it's literally the crappiest feeling, and I don't wish it on anybody, but I have been there. Like, I have literally been there, and I'm telling you, you have to get to a point where you're like, I don't care what I have to do. Like, I need change. I need to do what is best for me, what is best for my body, what is best for my confidence, what is best for my work. I mean, literally me losing weight, it has changed so much. Like, it's changed the way that I interact with people, the way that people treat me, and that sucks. That's a harsh reality, right? But it's the truth. Like, people are nicer. People do things for you, like open doors. Like, I'm at a grocery store and I'm looking at something on the top shelf and someone will come up and be like, do you want me to get that for you? That's something that people didn't do for me before. And like, that's shitty, because they should have. I was just as deserving then as I am now. But the truth is that people treat you different. And like, you just need to come to a place of like, I need to do what I need to do to get to where I want to be. And once you hit that point, game's off, babe. You're going.
This is your reminder that it only takes 10 days for your taste buds to reset after you stop eating sugar. Your brain will become resensitized to it, and shit like fruit is gonna taste so much sweeter and better. And then boom, your sugar addiction goes away. It's literally only 10 days. Like, I feel like anybody can get through 10 days of suffering and going through the withdrawals of sugar to make yourself better in the future. There's so many things that cutting out sugar helps with, like the clearer skin, the headaches are gone, you have more energy, weight loss, all of that shit. Of course, everything in moderation. It's fine to have like sweets every now and then, but I just think that every single day and just all the fucking time, like normalizing it like that is so unhealthy for anyone. So it's like, stop it now and your future self will thank you.
People who are considered attractive do get paid more, and so do women who are thin. A study from, I believe, around 2020 sent out the same resume but with different pictures of candidates, some who were heavier and some who were thin. There wasn't a significant difference for men, but for women, women who were thin were called back 29.1% of the time. The women who were not thin were only called back 21.3% of the time. The researchers say this implies that a woman who is considered obese must send her resume out to 37% more people to receive the same number of callbacks as a thin woman. Or they don't even say a thin woman, they just say non-obese. But a different study in around 2009, which granted was very thin beauty standards at that time, although I would argue we are moving back to that point now. The low-rise jeans have been back. They found that men and women have opposite incentives when you're thin. They found there's more of a penalty for very thin women to gain a few pounds as opposed to already average weight women. And this is because the ideal beauty standard for women is to be very thin. So when you're average, you're already violating that standard. So there's less penalty as you gain weight. But if you're very thin, then you've met the standard and now you're violating it by gaining weight. So there's more of a penalty. However, men who are very thin, that's penalized because you're supposed to be big and manly. That's the gender role. So men are actually rewarded for gaining weight until the point of obesity. This study had German and American samples, and in both samples, women were penalized less if they were average weight as they gained weight, but there was still a penalty. On average, American women who gained 25 pounds had a reduction in salary of about $15,572 if they were below average weight. But if they started at average weight, their salary reduction was on average about $13,847. Over a 25-year career span, this means women who gain weight lose about $390,300.
Skinny women get more, okay? Generally, skinny women stay on the skinny side, okay? And this is going to sound also shallow and cruel, but a lot of these people that you're seeing, they just want you for one thing, seg. Now, they might keep you around, they might marry you, but they want you for your body and seg, okay? That's what they want you for, first and foremost. The next comes children, next comes marriage, but you are for seg. Don't ever get it twisted. So the skinnier women, they are more appreciated and they get more. Usually women will tell me when they're in a relationship, when they gain weight, they get less. And when they're on the skinnier side, he will do more for you. So it is best to stay on the skinnier side. Now, saying all of that, if you have a nice hourglass hip-waist ratio, Kim K, Jennifer Lopez, Salma Hayek, they're curvy. They have curves in the right places, okay? And saying all that, if you are, however, not like Kim K and not skinny, you need to get skinny. Or you need to get the curves, okay? You need to get those curves in the right places.
Let me tell you how my life drastically improved after I lost the weight and I got skinny. I've lost 130 pounds. I went from 300 pounds and now I'm currently about 170. First off, skinny privilege is a thing. You literally get treated so much better when you are skinny versus when you're overweight. And I'm not saying that's okay for people to treat people differently because of their body size, but it's true and it happens even if people don't mean to do it. Shopping for clothes is so much easier now that I've lost 130 pounds. My self-confidence has increased drastically. My mental health has improved significantly. I'm no longer on medications for anxiety and depression. And I'm not saying that weight loss cured my anxiety and depression, but it's significantly better because my mental health is so much better. Being able to ride roller coasters and not being told that you can't ride it because you're so overweight. That happened to me once and it mortified me. Being able to walk up a flight of stairs without being out of breath. Not dreading walking everywhere. I absolutely dreaded any form of physical activity when I was overweight. And now I go to the gym like 5-6 days a week and this is the best part of my life. And I just feel overall so much healthier because I'm moving my body every day. And that is so beneficial in so many aspects of life. My fingers got skinnier. My feet got skinnier. My hair is so much healthier. My skin is healthier. Just like literally every aspect of my freaking life is healthier. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was freaking miserable when I was 300 pounds. When I was overweight, I was so miserable every single day, mentally, physically, emotionally. This is not me shaming anybody that's overweight, okay? This is not me being fat phobic. This is literally just me sharing my personal experience.
Okay, but can we talk about this? Because I feel like it's not talked about enough. People love to say that my attitude changed after weight loss, but no, they just started paying attention. Literally, I had more attitude as a plus size girl than now. I know there's a lot of girls who say that they hated what they saw in the mirror, they didn't like themselves, they didn't like their body, that's why they started to try to lose weight. That was not the case for me. I had more attitude when I was plus size. I was more conceited when I was plus size, and a part of me kind of was more confident. I was more of a bitch when I was plus size versus now, because losing weight and seeing how skinny privilege is super real literally made me a kinder person. It made me want to be kinder to the world. People tell me all the time, oh, she thinks she's the shit now that she lost weight. She thinks that she's all that just because she lost weight, blah, 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 blah. Girl, you would have hated to see how I acted before. How I acted before at my heaviest self would have drove you mad. I've always thought I was that girl, and I will forever be that girl no matter what size I am, because it's not about your size. It's literally about what's in here. It's about your mentality. It's about your inner confidence. People love to say that weight loss changes people so much. The only thing that changed is now they're intimidated by you. Now they see you as competition.
I am the skinniest that I've ever been in my entire life at 145 pounds, and I used to weigh 200 pounds. But something that I had to come to terms with is that literally nothing matters when you feel fat. Okay, it doesn't matter. That is all that is on your mind. And when I was heavier and when I wasn't happy with my body, I used to try to distract myself by getting myself so many facials and buying myself so many clothes and doing all these beauty treatments, filler, everything. And I honestly wasted so much money, because if I would have just lost the damn weight, my life would have just been so much easier. And I'm not saying you need to be a certain size or a certain body type to rock your clothes or to be confident. I'm not saying that at all. I am talking about that feeling, that annoying feeling that you get when you look in that mirror and you think, damn, I look fat. The only thing that is going to get rid of that feeling is for you to lose weight. It's not to buy anything else. It's not to get facials. It's not to get filler, because trust me, I know that that's not the answer. I used to spend so much money on clothes, and I thought that I had to in order to make my body look better. But fact of the matter is that the only thing that's going to make your body look better is if you actually lose the weight that you want to lose. And don't get me wrong, I still invest in my clothes, I still get beauty treatments and all of the things, but now I do it for self-care, out of self-love, rather than back then I used to just do it to distract my mind. And maybe for a second or two it would work and I would forget that I was fat, but always without fail I would remember that I was fat, and like it's almost like it wasn't even worth it. Okay, so save your money and do what you need to do to get to the root of the problem.
We've heard being hungry and staying hungry are two different things. I'm here to tell you that it's okay if you're hungry. You're not going to pass on to the afterlife. When you are eating the amount of calories that your body needs and you're still hungry, get comfortable in that hunger. You'll be fine. As a person who was overweight, over 100 pounds, those signals are misfiring. And I remember being told, coaches and trainers, like, we don't want you to be hungry, you know, so like eat this, that. And I'm here to say, don't do it. And don't listen to them. It's the biggest crock of you know what. Do you think our ancestors ate the minute they felt hunger? No, they didn't have food available 24/7. Our problem is the minute we feel hunger, we reach for food because we do have food available 24/7. If you're still hungry and you can't manage to distract yourself by drinking water, chewing gum, brushing your teeth, drinking electrolytes, literally go do something and get moving, because you can distract your mind from hunger. I would always ask myself, if I'm hungry enough to eat a chicken breast, am I really hungry? So ask yourself that question. And if your answer is, oh no, that doesn't sound good, then you're not really hungry. Most of the work is here, right here.
Toxic skinny habits that nobody's gonna tell you, but I'm gonna tell you because they work. So anytime you go out to a restaurant, you need to leave with a to-go box. Make it your little mission that you're not going to eat the entire plate. Because first of all, in America, they serve big servings. Like, you're already overeating by default without even realizing it. Something you could do is ask the waiter to box half of your food in a to-go box when you order the food. Or you can share entrees with your friends. And if you still don't want to do that, just order appetizers, keep the menu, and order little by little. You don't have to order the whole platter all at once, because that's how you'll overeat. Because like me, I used to be somebody that I had to clear my plate. I wasn't allowed to leave the dinner table till I did. So it's hard to break that habit. I get it. Number 2, if you like sweets, if you like certain junk foods, don't cut it out. You don't have to do that. You just need to portion control. So let's say you like to bake cookies. You're gonna put one cookie to bake and that's it. You're gonna eat it, and if you really want another cookie, go ahead and bake it. But with the time it takes to put it in the oven, wait for it to cook, you're probably already satisfied your craving and you're not gonna want it. Number 3, walk 15K steps a day. So I live in New York, and some things I do is I'll eat my lunch at my desk, and then on my break, I'll go out and get my steps up. Also, I get off a stop before my job so I can walk longer to work to get my steps up too. Number 5, you need to knock yourself out. If you somebody that likes to binge eat in the middle of the night, drink your chamomile tea, drink your sleepy time tea, make one of those sleepy cocktails with the cherry juice, the magnesium, the melatonin, and go to bed. Because if not, you're going to end up overeating and mess up your gut, and it's a good reason to get more beauty sleep.
When you want to lose weight, you feel like the weight cannot come off quick enough. You feel like, if I could cut all of this off right now, I fucking would. Let me just remind you that if you start today, or tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow's okay. If you start tomorrow, in 6 months from now, you will be fucking so happy. You will be like, oh my God, a different fucking person. A different person. Sometimes I look at pictures of myself and I'm like, whatever boyfriend I had, whatever friends I had at that time, new bitch, okay? Have never had this before. You could literally feel the same way in 6 months. Not even, honestly, if you started tomorrow, in like 2 months, you would see a huge difference. Massive. Just get started. Stop trying to make everything so perfect. We have the tendency to be like, everything needs to be perfect. It has to be the perfect time. Everything has to be perfect in order to get started. It is never going to be the perfect time. It is never going to be the perfect day, ever, okay? There's always gonna be an event coming up. There's always gonna be a weekend. There's always gonna be a trip. Today is the day, or tomorrow is the day, okay? Just get started. And you will be kissing yourself in 2 months. You will be so happy with the progress that you've made.
What skinny people on Reddit say they eat in a day to stay slim. I lived with a naturally skinny roommate and noticed a few things. She ate freely, but she didn't eat that much. She didn't eat breakfast all that often. Depends on if she was hungry in the morning, but she'll indulge in a Dunkin' Donuts every now and then. She ate slowly and usually never finished her plate. She often took doggy bags when we went to restaurants. Again, her meals, portions, plates were small. It wasn't what she ate. I had a friend coworker like this in the office. She always had a stash of chocolates with her. For a long time, I could not understand how she could eat all that much chocolate and be so thin. But as time passed on, I began to realize that chocolate was pretty much all she ate during the day. She told me that sometimes her fridge was empty for days because she would be too busy to shop. When she was stressed out, she could not eat. She also didn't like a lot of foods. Not recommending this chocolate diet, but here we are. I truly believe skinny people have eating habits that are naturally limiting. All my skinny friends have much different day-to-day habits than I do. My idea of a meal was not theirs. A banana for breakfast, a Cliff Bar to hold them over until lunch. It's just a different way of looking at food. This is something I noticed with my skinny friend. He never snacked. I did. He didn't go back for seconds. I did. He could skip meals. I didn't. He worked out at the gym. I didn't. He played high-intensity sports like football, while I played the more sedentary baseball. Sad for baseball. I think that's pretty active, but you get the idea.
Here are some hard truths about weight loss that you probably don't want to hear, but you need to. Number 1, you cannot outrun a bad diet. You cannot out-exercise a bad diet. You can work out every single day, have the craziest, most intense routine, but if your diet is not locked in, if it's not aligned with your dream body, with your goals, you're not going to get anywhere. And that does really suck. It really sucks because dieting is so much harder than working out every day. It is so much easier to go to the gym, go on your hot girl walk, go to your Pilates class, push yourself for an hour or two every single day than it is to manage your diet day in, day out, every meal, every snack, every drink. Your body is built in the kitchen. Exercise can help shape her, tone her, make her look a type of way, but all of weight loss comes from your diet. It really does. Number 2, whenever you are wanting to lose the weight, slim and tone, you need to be eating in a calorie deficit. What that means is you're going to be a little bit hungry. You're going to have some cravings. You're going to feel uncomfortable, and all you can do is get over it.
That's all you can do. Because the truth is, weight loss is uncomfortable. Our bodies don't want to lose the weight. It's fighting for survival. It does not want to let go of this weight, and it feels very uncomfortable. Like I've said, it's not hard, it's uncomfortable. But a lot of people cannot handle being uncomfortable. They cannot stomach it, and that's why they can never get to where they want to go. There is a light at the end of the tunnel though, because soon as you do this longer and longer, being unhealthy will start to make you feel uncomfortable in a bad way. Eating processed junk food is going to make you feel uncomfortable. Skipping the gym, skipping your hawk or walk, not moving your body is going to make you feel uncomfortable. Falling out of routine, your health and wellness routine, is going to make you feel uncomfortable. Number 3, you don't need another reset. You don't need another break, another detox. You need to stop quitting. You just need to stop quitting. Whether you mess up for a day or an entire week, it doesn't mean you need to start over. That all or nothing mindset is what's keeping you stuck. You're either perfect or reckless. And that's the problem. The most successful people, the people who have the dream body that you want so bad, that you idolize, they're not perfect. They're just consistent. Whether they overeat, they overindulge, they skip the gym for a handful of days because of a vacation or whatever, they don't care. They don't feel guilty about it. They just pick themselves back up and keep going. So be consistent, get back up, and stop hitting the reset button every time life happens.